tonight we're going to be making some bourbon chicken. And we're going to get 8 boneless chicken thighs, and I'm just going to season them with some black pepper, garlic powder, and onion powder. You don't want to put salt in this because you're going to use soy sauce in the sauce, and that is pretty salty. So I'm not going to use any of my favorite seasonings, which is killing me right now. And then you got to get in there with your hands or whatever, gloves if you want. This is a quick recipe, so you want to get you some stir-fried vegetables in your rice cooking. I got my chicken seasoned. I got my new 13-inch McWare roaster. I let it heat up and put a little olive oil in it. Gonna lay these out, cook them 7 minutes on each side. I can't help it, I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit of Hal's Cajun two-step on there because we want a little bit more spice. All right, it's been 7 minutes on that side. We're gonna flip them over to the other side. As you can see, they didn't stick in this pot with my little olive oil. And I'm going to do this and then cook those other few pieces, and we'll be on to the next step. What you're going to do is take out the pieces that are cooked, 7 minutes on each side, and we're going to let them rest. I got a cup of hoisin sauce, a cup of soy sauce, about 2 tablespoons of garlic, a half of a cup of bourbon, and probably a half of a cup of brown sugar. And it says to use dark brown sugar, but I don't have any, and I also don't have ginger. So if you wanted to, you could put a couple of tablespoons of ginger into your sauce. And I have 2 tablespoons of butter here, which I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do with all this in just a minute. All right, since I can't get the Cajun in me to die, most of these people start with a clean pot after this. I'm gonna get all this flavor off the bottom. We're gonna get all the grimmings off the bottom, and then I'm gonna start making my sauce. I'm not wasting all of that. I don't even care if it's bourbon chicken. I'm just not doing it. Cajuns do not waste flavor like that. But y'all can do it the proper way if y'all want. But anyway, I'm adding in 2 tablespoons of butter and let that melt. I'm gonna drop in our 2 tablespoons of garlic, 1 cup of soy sauce. Get that bubbling.
Pretty good.
This is where you add ginger if you have ginger, but I don't have ginger. All right, when you start getting it bubbling like that, I'm gonna drop in a cup of hoisin sauce. If I can get it out of my measuring cup. Half a cup of bourbon, or if you don't want to use bourbon, you don't have to, or you can substitute apple juice. About a half a cup of brown sugar. I think you're supposed to use dark, but I don't have it, so you can also increase that if you want to make it sweeter. I cut my fire down just a little bit because you don't want to burn this sauce, and I have to go chop my chicken. All right, now that the chicken's been resting, you want to cut it, rough chop it into smaller pieces. And we're going to add that into the sauce when we're done. Sauce is bubbling like that on a low simmer. All the chicken back in. Now go make sure before the sauce gets too thick that you just coat all the chicken in it. You can cut this recipe of the sauce in half if you want, but I wanted it juicy and like this because we have rice. We turn it up just a little bit, get it bubbling and thicken it up, and let this cook probably about 8 to 10 minutes. I know y'all see that chicken bubbling like that. We'll let it thicken up by turning it off. Let it cool and thicken, but I'm gonna go ahead and make my son's plate. And a little bit of green onions just to make it pretty. All right, you gonna taste test?
Yep, let me taste test first.
That's just stir fry from Walmart. That ain't got nothing to do with me.
That's good flavor.
Homemade bourbon chicken.
Chopped chicken. That's sauce bon.
Ça c'est bon.
Yeah. That's good.